1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
Welcome everyone to Center of Light. Keith Anthony Blanchard here. Welcome to my living room. Take your shoes off, y'all. Get you something to drink. I only have one rule when you're at my house, and that is if you don't make yourself at home, you're going to miss out. Hello everyone. Friday night, and I'm not playing a gig. Saturday night, I'm not playing a gig. I didn't play a gig last night as well. And I really enjoyed the downtime. Sitting here, hanging out with you. I got some stuff going on with my brand new chair. First order of business is to acknowledge sexy, beautiful people. Sandy Whitaker Clark, Heather Ray White, what's up, singing fool? Kenneth, my bro. Mary Richard Wright, Angelica, Hope Roy, ooh, I love that name. Melissa Patterson, Sana, Karen Cox, hello beautiful girl. Rosemary Jack Brewer, what's up bro? I'm still waiting for you to contact me about the ghostesses. Ken Stevens, Jason Doyle, Alan Turner. Love me some Alan Turner. Karen Jill Schneider, hi Karen, please tell Big Daddy hi for me. Wayne. Trey McDowell, Melanie Forrest Dixon, one of my faves. Rena, one of my faves. Gail Marcel, Tammy Klein, Kelly Curtis, hello precious. Cheryl Lynn Smith, Kellen Renando, Unsun. Tonight's presentation is Windows to the Soul. Got some really good news afoot coming shortly. Tonight's presentation, Windows to the Soul. How cool and phenomenal is that image? We all heard of the eyes being called the windows to the soul. You're not what you think you are. And tonight I am going to prove it. And it's fun to empower you, to give you a glimpse of everything you really are. I got some phenomenal news tonight. I'm going to leave you hanging. I like cliffhangers. It makes it more exciting. Tonight we're talking about the windows to the soul. If you would, as always, please share this to your wall. In this forum, there is a group of links. One of them is to YouTube. Subscribe to my page. It'd be appreciated. I'm trying to shift everything over to Center of Light on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Center of Light Radio. Please go like that page if you have not. I'm going to slowly but surely leaving my personal wall. Hello, Dana. Thank you for sharing. Everyone, thank you for sharing. Unsunshade shared. Donna Doming, my old childhood friend. I had a crush on you, whether you knew that. So tonight we're talking about the windows to the soul. Tapping into the soul. Not only ours, but someone else's. I have a game for you later. So, as of tonight, not sure exactly yet. Hello, Dana. Unsun says this subject should be interesting. When I read people, I look into their eyes. Well, that's obviously not a coincidence. I'm not sure if it's going to happen tonight. I'm getting a feeling it will. I just know that very soon I'm making an announcement. I'm going to up the teachings. What does that mean? Up the teachings. You mean they get higher? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what that means. It's been on my mind when I'm not thinking about things. Up the teachings. I don't even know what that is. So I'm going to learn something as well, which I'm really excited about. Up the teachings. And what immediately comes to mind, I'm serious, what immediately comes to heart, rather, is the analogy, the image of pushing people out of an airplane. Pushing people off the cliff. You stuck. Come to this forum, I'm going to push you off the cliff. Don't worry, you will land safely. It may be nerving. You will land safely. I absolutely guarantee it. Why? Because I will be your parachute. I'll explain it to you. I see I'm channeling already. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'll explain it to you as things go by, unfold, and let happen. Unson, I'm assuming so. Carolyn Renando says, please push me off the cliff. Also, what I suggest, even to, let's say it's happening now. Maybe that's why I don't even know why this is taking place. If you would, I'm going to go to a break here shortly. Put on some music. You can now if it's near you, whatever. Grab a paper and pencil. Whatever, a document, whatever you got to do. You don't have to type in and write out everything. When I went to the bathroom, if you don't know this story already, I'll tell you. When I go to the bathroom, I have no agenda, so I'm open and I'm empty. I told Mr. T.M. Garrett this story tonight when we had a meeting at Anjana's for Swamji coming to town, hopefully in September. I'll get to that after the break. Maybe my friend T.M. Garrett can call in a little bit. But I am, listen to this, everyone, I am going to interview Mr. T.M. Garrett Tuesday night, 9 p.m. This is a special. That's why I'm not doing it on Wednesday. I will still do one on Wednesday, but I'm doing one with T.M. Garrett. He and I just became a sandwich. We like brohams. It's going to talk about transformation from a white supremacist, from hate to compassion, and he's shaking up the pot. That's all I'm going to say. He's got Swamji's attention, Swamji's blessing. We'll talk about all this. But when I go to the bathroom, I get information because I have no agenda, so I guess I'm empty. And what was said is reinforce, invite, support, share with the audience, including yourself, Keith. Take notes. When something speaks to you, it could be one sentence. If you got one sentence, don't worry about getting the second or the third. The one sentence will tell you which one it is. That is your theme. Maybe it's something you need to use as a mantra at this period. Or it's calling your attention to something to say, look at it. You will know. You will be prompted. Here you go. The teachings are already being upped. Because now I am helping you, not just telling you information like I do in a presentation. I am showing you what happens to me so you can experience it yourself. So basically, you may say, well, Keith, I get those all the time. You will be directly spoken to not just as a normal everyday occurrence of just getting an intuition or an inspiration. Swamji, whoever your soul, whatever you want to call it, is literally because of what I'm verbalizing and reminding you is going to occur. Pencil, paper. That belongs to me right now. Write it down. 2 or 3 things are going to happen in this one little event. The first thing is, wow, that must be it. It will be without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's the first thing that's magical. As if that's not enough. The second is the message. The third thing is when you understand, wow, this has to be the voice. Let's just call it the voice. That's the voice. It just said, tomorrow you're not even thinking about it. Maybe you too are going to the bathroom. And as you sit and squat, it says, remember what I dropped in your ear last night? You got spoken to again. Then you start learning the feeling of when the voice is not just talking, because it gets your attention because it's talking, but when it's coming in. The more you lift the weight, squinting to hear basically, without effort, you will know as the present begins to come on because of your exercising it. Pencil, paper, this speaks to me. One sentence. If it was sit back, relax, don't worry about something, 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 and you asked yesterday, you got your message, you are being validated. Tonight we're talking about windows to the soul. Crossing the bridge to the soul. It's all about soul for me. I'm a soul man. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Welcome to Center of Light. You are my family. You are my spiritual lovers. And I'm intimate with you. And I care about you. And you care about me. And I'm the one on this side of the camera. And you're the one on that side. And together we have this beautiful divine dance as we all become free together. If one of us is a slave, no one is free. We are in this together, hence we are called humanity. If one of us is enslaved, none of us are free. Many hands can build a house really quick.
Trust that I will guide you in whatever you do. Just remember to breathe and do your very best to live in love, give in love, be in love, and love you shall receive.
in my heart. So I'll breathe, breathe and expand myself and know there is no one else but me and God.
Welcome everyone to Center of Light. Keith Anthony Blanchard here. I'm glad you are joining me. I got a very cool show for you tonight. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I really don't. I just saw Windows to the Soul. It caught my attention. Created this beautiful image that you just saw on the screen. It speaks to my soul. You know you are being called not because you're special. It's because you are doing something special that appears that you're being plucked out of the crowd. In and of itself, that's a very beautiful thing. That's validation enough. But what you really get from it, for me, there's no thought that I have throughout my day that is not imbued with God. It isn't. It just isn't. I can't stop thinking about it. Nor do I want to. Because somewhere along the way for me and many of you, we found that in this unaware thing that we ever knew was even happening, you follow me? This integration, as you get older, you begin to settle in yourself. And as you settle in yourself, you start touching a place. That's why grace for people in their golden years, excuse me, is so beautiful and powerful. That's why you always listen to the wise, the elders. They know about life on the earth. But the new souls, the newborns, the children, are still fresh from the factory. Right? So when we bring these two together, that's happening. You know it's happening to you. There's no way you can deny it. If you are especially such a one who thinks about expansion, growth, unity for humanity, higher consciousness, Jesus, Buddha, God, peace, unity, balance, reasoning, understanding, truth. When this becomes, if you dabble, that's fantastic. I'm glad that you have some participation in something that is so amazing. Lean a little further into it. This thing that lives here in the eyes. We've always heard the eyes are the windows to the soul. They are. I did mention earlier that I'm going to up the teachings. If you are tender spiritually, this is beginning to transpire in me right now. I did not set this up. I did announce that something may transpire and it's taking over. And the reason why I'm announcing this is not look at me. It's about look at me, what is transpiring. This is the place, the windows to the soul, I want you to be with me at. This is the bridge, the windows to the soul. If you are spiritually tender about your beliefs, stick around anyway. There's nothing here for you other than support for whatever sends you through the roof in glee, joy, bliss, peace, expansion. What is the soul? The soul is not something one day you will consciously unite with and remember. That's not what the soul is. Sometimes my teachings may come across that way. And it is purposeful. It is useful, beneficial. That in said context, it's about an aspiring to. We are humans and we live in duality and we move down a linear timeline towards the future. That is not the truth necessarily, but it is our truth momentarily. When you get off that wheel, please let me know. Because I want to come over to your house and buy you some dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. The soul is not something you're going to become. The soul is what you are. Are you saying, Keith, that I am in the kingdom right now? I am telling you that's exactly where you are. Without you being in the kingdom, you couldn't exist. Because in that kingdom is the life waters, that which provides life to all things. Coincidentally, you 3/4 water. Huh. So we're not disconnected from that. And not only are we not disconnected from that, and you don't remember it, it is what you are right now. Right now, what you are is you are in soul business. And it's solely your business. You are in soul business right now is what you are. Here's how I'm going to prove it to you. Right? If I was to ask you, I'm looking at this hot ass woman, or you're looking at this hot ass dude, whatever it is you want to gaze, right? And as you're looking at their feet, are you looking at the person? You're looking at their feet. You gaze up to the knees. Are you looking at the person? You're looking at an aspect of the person, but you're not looking at the person. They got a nice ass as you move upward. You think you're looking at the person, but you're not. And if you're a guy in such a scenario, and you start looking at her chest, what will she likely tell you if she had enough of that business? She'll say, look at me. Me. Who's that me? Where is she looking when she says, look at me? Right there. That's the me. It's the soul. How about when you're in an argument with a spouse and you don't want to look at the person and they say, look at me? Where do you think they want you to look at? Their feet? Their knees? Their sexy ass? Their boobs? They want you to look at them. Who is that them? Who is that person? And it's coming out of the eyes, and it's also taking everything in. So you see, like the auditory canal, the ear, it's very different than the eyes. Here's how. The ears, the sense of hearing is very, very pure. The hearing has no bias. The hearing has no judgment. The hearing dimension of ourselves simply just hears. It's a pure canal, ear canal. It's a pure vessel. It just takes in the information. Now when it gets in the brain and through the mind, that's where things get a little squirrely. But the eyes are quite different. The intake of eyes. See, the ear canal is more... I'm channeling this. The ear canal is a mechanism. It's a machine that performs a task. It's a function. Okay? Information comes in. The eyes are different in this way. The ears don't judge. The ears just take in information. The mind is that which judges. Now, when it comes to the eyes, things get a little squirrely. Because we claim we can see, but yet we're always in a world of shit. Can't we see the shit that we're walking in? Liken that to walking into someone's yard who has a dog who dropped a fresh bomb. You stepped in shit. We do it all the time. So if the eyes receive the information as purely as the ears do, we wouldn't step into the mess. We wouldn't get ourselves in such a mess. And our life begins to stink. And we want to wipe that shit on everybody else because I don't want it. But here's the gig. What stops the eyes from being pure vessels the filter is what we're trying to put on the out there. I want to put a filter between my soul, or I may not be doing it consciously. I may just by default be doing it. I am the soul. I'm pure, right? You are the soul. You're pure. So you're sitting in your chair, la la la, living in eternity, and everything's cool. But now I don't like a something. I put this color on, and the light of me projects through this filter and shines on this 3D screen of reality. And as the creator, we even have the audacity to say, I don't like that. And it's not my fault. It's yours. There is no yours. So when we take the filter away, it's pure. There's no fight. There's no argument. There's no judgment. The light just simply shines through the eyes. Do you remember when I share with you, when we look at angelic beings, for example, this man right here, I say it's always the eyes. It's always the eyes. Look at his eyes. This man is God. And I want to share something I spoke with him today. And I want to share what transpired. But look at the eyes. That's what pure soul looks like. And I'm not talking about his God Moses hair. It's the depth of the ocean in his eyes. That's the soul personified. And that's what you are. You're talking, you're listening, you're seeing, you're smelling, you're tasting. It's you in your raw. Everything else is clothing. And it don't fit so well. There's nothing you have to do. Nowhere you have to go. No one you have to answer to. That is called liberation. Well, yeah, but that's called slavery. That is living in the soul. If any aspect of ourselves has to listen to someone, that's not freedom, that is bondage. I have a master I have to listen to. And it's not my soul self. That is one of the filters between the light of the soul and living in that reality. The little boy going up the arced plane of ever-expanding bliss, he's heading towards Swamji. Or Swamji consciousness, or Jesus Christ, or Buddha. And the person on the linear timeline, the plane of non-change, it is so non-change for him, he's looking backwards. He has no desire to look toward the future. It does not require, as it did in the past, years and years and years and years and years of meditation. Years and years and years of meditation is an amazing spiritual nutritional boost. You can simply start by peeling away the nonsense, that which is just made up, that which has been taught year after year after year after year after year, DNA code after DNA code after DNA code, genetics after genetics after genetics after genetics, belief system after belief system after belief system. My parents did it that way. My grandparents did it that way. My great-grandparents did it that way. Indoctrination, indoctrination. Hit you with the spiritual book. Hit you with the spiritual book. Whack, whack, whack. You better not. You shouldn't. You can't. Fuck. And we think, I get all that, but I don't have all that with me. You sure about that? We're not broken. We're here to transcend, arise, awake, and unite. So tonight, I went to my friend Anjana's house with T.M. Garrett, who I will be interviewing on Center of Light Radio Tuesday night, 9 o'clock. Special interview. Not on my Wednesday night, but I'm going to create a night just for this interview. He came from racist, hateful motherfucker. He was a leader. And he'd whip your ass if he didn't like it. White supremacy. To being one of the most loving, peace activist movement individual that he's got Swamji's blessing to keep pushing forth. And all these wonderful things around him are taking place. And he's just a lovely guy. I think the title of that's going to be something like Transformation from Hate to Compassion. It's pretty phenomenal. Alan Turner earlier, I saw his comment. He says, soul business, I like it. I like it as well, brother. Thank you for recognizing that. Soul business. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Who's that me? And where does that me reside? The shortest route to that me is in the eyes. It's the windows to the soul. That's why I was saying the eyes are different than the ears. Because the eyes are not really per se in this context a mechanism. They are truly windows. They're just simply a window. Walk up to a window and you look out a window. What do you see? You see what's there. That's what the eyes are. You look into the eyes, you see what's there. That's what the eyes are. Do you have filters in the way? Simply. You know the answer. Or you're getting hearing infections. Hearing infection means I'm aggravated in my hearing. It's infecting me, and I don't like it. So what that is, instead of just ow, you go to the doctor and get some tincture. Something saying, well, wow, I have been a little pissy sore about some of the things I've been hearing lately. That's your soul speaking to you. Your soul's not speaking to you as if it's way up there, a gazillion light years away. Hopefully you get the email, not the email, but the email. And finally you get it. It's literally telling you something there in that moment. You're not on hold to talk to God. God, you don't really per se pray to... You don't pray to God per se, hoping you get a response. It was already foreseen, your humility and dropping to your knee. What you think motivated you to drop to your knee? Well, Keith, I did it. I willed myself. Of course you did. But the same grace that is going to be administered to you in the dropping of the knee is the same grace door you opened up in the dropping of the knee. God speaks to you immediately. It's not some prayer chain that, please everyone share this. Let's create a 50,000 mark. Hopefully God says, okay, you got enough people. I am convinced I'm going to go help your loved one. You will be waiting for eternity if you think that your connection to God transpires in that manner. When people pray for other people, we do subservient ourselves and we humble ourselves and we offer up, and that's phenomenal. What really heals the person more so than anything, of course, we get spirit on our side by our supplication. But in your prayer for the person you loved is the energy that they are receiving, which is going to heal them. If your energy is enough alone, you would be a master and you touch them and you can heal them. It may take 150 people to send someone positive love vibes. Even through the prayer, we think our prayer does this. It does do that. But also, guess what our prayer does? It does go vertical, but it goes out to the one on the linear plateau that we are praying for. So it's not just this way. It's all consuming because it's your soul. It's important that we can begin to see with our eyes as purely as our ears function. Yes, we hear things and we're taking it and the mind processes, but the eyes seem to be a little quicker on the draw. Well, I'm convinced what I'm seeing is this. And we call this or that. And then your friend comes along and says, well, that's a that. You say, no, 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 no. That's a this. That's a this and this is a that. And we fight and squabble over this and that. Or that and this, depending on which way you lean. That's what the eyes do often. We're used to using our soul, our willpower to project. The soul is projection. That's what the soul is. Meditation is when we are at rest. But the soul is not sleeping. The soul is not lazy. The soul is not going to just sit around and, okay, here I go, guys. 3, 2, 1. The soul is probably the most active thing in the universe other than the Godhead itself. It's retrieving information, it's processing, it's expressing, it's forever turning within itself, exploding to conflagrations of love and light and creation. And oh my God! That's what I want. Conscious. We're all doing that. If we weren't doing that, we could not be sitting here enjoying each other's company. This is what's happening. Light is exploding everywhere all around you. In fact, you're the one doing it. You've placed yourself in this flat plane we call Earth to bring that shiznit, that soul business, as Alan said, here. Or are you playing in soul business? Or are you minding somebody else's? Even your own egos, let's call that a somebody else. We're not trying to separate from the ego. Our ego is beautiful. It's not a bad thing. It's beautiful. It's who you are as an individual, what you think you need to show off with and make you feel successful and fortunate in your life on this earth, because it's a landmark to show you your accolades so you can know that when you finally lay your body down in rest, that you left this world better than you found it. Don't let anyone ever lie to you about your ego. Don't. I'm proud of my achievements. God damn it, you should be too. And you should share them with everyone, regardless of what they think about you sharing your accolades, your successes, your mountains that you've climbed. They don't like it. It's okay. That's your mirror reflection. That's your filter. That's not mine. In fact, what my soul is my achievements, because they are landmarks of the light that I have emitted, that the universe says, yes. That's soul business. Don't let anyone get in your soul business. It's none of their business. That's your soul's business. Your soul is not something you become. Your soul is something that's becoming of you. You're very becoming when you're in your soul. It may seem like a linear gradation from where you are now in your life to the unfoldment process. This is your soul business. Get into your business. Peel those layers of onion skin off. I'm ready. I had enough. And not in a flustered, frustrated way. Yeah, I'm going to own that. I'm going to own that. Somewhat, because I have not been allowing myself to fall even further into my soul business. And guess whose business it is? Solely mine. All right. Take a short pause. Going to be right back. I think I got one more segment. Stick around. I love you. Dana, Melanie, Jackie Atwell. I think I see some unsun in there. What rhymes with what I just said with some onion. Alan Turner, Lynn, Carolyn, Sana, Lee, Tammy Kilby Show. What's up, girlfriend? Rena Pri, Jackie, Kelly, Dana, unsun. If you're still here without fail, if you are here, please send me an exclamation point. Stick around. I'm going to be right back. It's your soul's business. No one else.
I will be with you always, until the end of time. You will never be alone. I am.
I feel you there beside me. All of my lives, all through my days, I've seen places far away. wondering just when, time and again, I have come to know you. Wondering just when, time and again, you are there beside me. When I create, when I feel love, whenever I feel you with me, I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. Help me know that.
It is my will that you know me. I will not hide my love from you. You create your reality, and every moment by your own perceptions, your judgments, actions. Peace is a state of mind. Bliss is a state of heart. Heaven is a state of being.
Deep in my heart, I know you're there. I can always feel you guiding my life to see the light that will lead me to the truth. When I create, when I feel love, whenever I feel you with me, I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. For you are my mother,
My soul.
my divine lover. I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. Help me live.
Hello, beautiful friends. Keith Anthony Blanchard here with an amazing product offer. We have been hearing about hemp oil for the last couple of years and its potential. Let me introduce you to my dear friend, Miss Jackie Atwell. Our oil helps bring your body back to a state of wellness. It is also used as a preventative from illness. It works by bringing the body back to homeostasis and balance. It's a natural, organic, non-GMO, full-spectrum oil. Third-party tested and comes with a certificate of analysis. Posted on our information page. Awesome anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. If you are suffering in silence, give it a try. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. 60-day empty bottle money-back guaranteed refund. To order, go to www.hempworks.com/Jackie Atwell. That's www.hempworks.com/Jackie Atwell. Important order of business. This just in. My dear beautiful friend, my cosmic sister who I love greatly, asked the question. I'm going to find it. It's a very deserving question. And I want to show her the love she deserves. Kelly Curtis says, how do you let go of what you were taught? How do we let go of what we have been taught? I am not trying to trivialize your beautiful question. Here's one way. Seriously. If you could find that switch in you, Jackie, this is what I would suggest. It's a decision. Now, that decision can spontaneously happen in a holy instant. Or you can play with it. You can manipulate it as you like. As time goes by, you can say, well, I kind of get that. And you can spin a little bit and see what's about there. You know, you get something from it, you spin it, you play with it, you manipulate it, you mold it, you play with it until you get done with it. Or you can just simply make a decision to be done with it in a slower period. But what I suggest strongly is probably some of the things inherent in those beliefs can be a beautiful stepladder. Don't just throw it all away without inspecting it. Inspecting it. Expect as you go in. Inspecting. I love playing with words. They're so delicious. They're so powerful. The English language is the one that is going to survive. It's going to be the world language. It's a fact. Inspect it. Inspect it. But expect as you inspect it to find what you find valuable from it. Don't just throw it all away nonsensically. In some areas of your life, you have to start all over. Unless you just absolutely know that in the whole bundle of shit is just a bunch of noise and you just toss it. I will never guide you away from what you require for your soul business. That's your business. I can just only be a guide to help you lean further into what, as to why you would ask me, help you lean into more of what I think you're wanting. Okay? But no matter what, I don't want you to believe what I'm telling you. No matter what, know this. Everything that you have learned, right, wrong, good, bad, in, out, up, down, hot, cold, this, that, the other, is something you were taught. Even those good things, you were taught that. It is a structure. No one's asking you to just simply put those things down and go violate divine order. It's not what I'm talking about. If you want to live, be, exist, consciously aware of your soul business, there is no construct that the soul follows. If anything, the soul creates the construct for its own agenda, for its own will. When I say its own agenda, I don't mean egoic agenda. Its own agenda, that which is always being brought forth for the highest good of the all. Because the soul's not selfish. There you go. There's your sounding board, dear. There's your barometer. How do I know what is things I should continue using and that which I should discard? Your barometer is this. First and foremost, that it feeds your spirit. Equally foremost is that it's in the highest good for all. It doesn't have to include the highest good for all, meaning if you're doing something that feeds your spirit, no, your soul, your spirit doesn't need feeding. Your spirit feeds you, but you get my point. But something that feeds you and feels that you're connected to the drama, the play that's happening in the world. That's why you're here, to be a part of the world, divinely. And it brings harmony to you without impinging on other people. And then guess what? It is for the highest good of all. Okay? You know, if it puts you in fear, puts you in doubt, puts you in, I'm not sure I deserve, it's noise. I am the soul. That's what I am. Anything else that dictates to me that I'm anything less than that, that is what you put aside. That's the nonsense. That's yesterday's newspaper. And newspaper is becoming obsolete because everything's now digital. Basically, as an analogy, it's your turn to become digital. Blessings, dear lady. I love you. Hello, Darlene, Randy Pinnell, Leah, Lee. Keith Anthony Blanchard's here. What's up, dog? Yeah, Carolyn, I hear you. She says she's thankful for what she's taught. So am I, because what I was taught brought me to this moment. Absolutely. So it's again, it's not a this or a that. It's not a right or a wrong. The soul is beyond that. Thank you, Carolyn, very much. Because after what I just offered as a possibility for you was to throw it away if it doesn't serve you. But then again, I'm also, as Carolyn said, I'm thankful for what I'm taught, what was taught. So here's the thing. Between those 2 points, the extreme, then and now, there's a third something. And in that third something is where you will find the soul. Where you will find the you that you are now sitting in the chair watching this presentation. But really knowing it. Really, really knowing it. Because human logic says if it's not this, it's that. If it's not that, it's this. That's kind of what the human mind wants. It always wants to be entangled. Here's the real gift. Is that the answer most likely is not going to be the this or the that. But more the something else. You never thought there was a something else, did you? You probably thought there was just a this or that. See my point? So when you inspecting and you're looking at everything, look at it. Make the eyes naked. Just make them instruments. Don't judge. That's the filter we talked about earlier. So just look at it, appreciate it, and see what it wants. Rather see what your mind wants. Your mind does not want to die. The egoic mind does not want to die. It doesn't want to be ignored. Anything that comes close to that, it will put further filters in front of you and the world as you see and or project it. See, because the filter not only comes between the world and the light, which would be here between, the filter can also come between your consciousness and the light that way. So that's the barricade that's stopping the soul's light from coming through. Is the first fear is what blocks the soul's light, the root fear. You may have a fear of this, a fear of that, a fear of this, a fear of that. But they may all somehow fall under the root fear of insecurity or this or that. They're just shards or fragments of the one first fear that's filtering the soul's light. Unsun says, so wait. You're saying even if it doesn't feel right or might not be right, but if you know it's right. I have something. I'm going to find it on purpose. Give me one moment. And I would rather you find out this way. I will give you some of it. If I think I got your question correctly, Ansan, I'll get right to it shortly. This video is right here. I'm going to drop this link in this feed. And that is a fantastic question because I can understand how it may sound like it's contradictory, yet I'm confusing you. And you're probably thinking, well, there's a point in there, but I just don't know what it is yet. I get that. So what I want to do is drop this link. And everyone who is John Wright, my beautiful brother. Everyone who is interested in this link, I'm going to drop it in two places. One under Unsun's question. And there it is. And I'm also drop it in the feed itself. There it is. And now I'm going to repeat the question. But before you watch it, hang on before you watch it. Wait till this presentation is over. I got about another 10 minutes in me. And I want to answer you in my energy. And then you can listen to the same answer from the energy I was 2+ years ago when I started this whole mess of online presentations. You'll see me in my earlier time. So Unsun asked the question, so wait, Keith. You're saying even if it doesn't feel right or might not be right, but if you know it's right, then it's a do it. Your question is not clear because it's contradictory, and I know you were doing your best to get it out. I get it. That's not I'm no judgment. But I think what you're saying is, so wait, let's really look at the question. So wait, you're saying even if it doesn't feel right. That is exactly what I am not saying. If it doesn't feel right, it could be a soul pulse that says, don't get hung up on what I just said. That is only one possibility. In fact, it's not a possibility, it's a choice. What I would invite and support a person in doing, if something doesn't feel right, but the logical mind does have a purpose. The mind has a purpose. Even the monkey mind. It likes to figure shit out. Before calculators, you have to figure shit out. And so every moment of our lives, on multiple dimensional levels, we are calculating our existence. What I would invite you to do is to ask yourself, as you're looking at this thing, Unsun and everyone, so what you're saying is, if it doesn't feel right, I could do it anyway. What I'm asking, if it doesn't feel right, look at it without the filter, honestly, and say, or ask, does it not feel right because of the shit that I need to throw away that I was taught? That's a hard thing to shake. No matter how spiritually endowed you are, how right in your noggin you are, that shit has its claws in you on levels you don't even know that you possibly exist. What I suggest, if something doesn't feel right, it could be for a reason. If it's for the reason of supporting yourself and the expansion of everyone, because it brings you bliss and you're not impinging on someone else, I'm saying goddamn right, do it. If it doesn't feel right, simply play the game and say, this doesn't feel right because it's not right. And you feel me, don't you? And the other one is, this one doesn't feel right because everything I was taught says I shouldn't. Doesn't mean that you have to. It means that you explore it so you can actually further your point that this is my true ground. I will never budge from it. Because it means something versus it was just something airy-fairy that I was taught that's nice and fluffy and it'll keep me warm when I'm cold. If something doesn't feel right, honor it. It could be very well for your soul's expansion as well as everyone around you. If something doesn't feel right because it's what you were taught, you better not. You remember the last time you had an ass whipping? I say explore it to see if it truly stands or if it drops like a castle in the air. Hi, Maria. I'm going to take a very small break. Here's your opportunity. Here's my opportunity to hang out with you a little longer. Please ask any questions or comments you would like while I take this one song break. Going to be right back. Welcome to Center of Light. Tomorrow night, I think my presentation is going to be on I don't remember, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Lavender Soul, going to be right back when I close out the show. Stick around. The closing of the show doesn't mean you have to leave. There are a bunch of nuggets everywhere. I am going to start upping the teachings. What does that mean, Keith? You're going to start upping the teachings. I don't know what it means. It did transpire tonight, and I had no clue. In fact, everything just unfolded. In order for me to be in this place, and for you to be in this space with me, we are all in this space, are we not? I just happen to be a mouthpiece. You happen to be an earpiece, a heart piece, a present piece, living in the present moment of peace, supporting me while I play this game we call social media. I love you. We'll be right back.
She turned to me and told me life was not too easy unless you can let go. I lay surprised at the simpleness of her soul. Wasting away in a sea of uncertainty, she had stayed with me for days. I needed love in so many different ways. And as I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Never leave. Angel of love, will you always be with me so I can let go? Reveal to me the beauty of your soul. I turned away, her light was so blinding, the energy of her love. She said goodbye and turned into a dove. As I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Never leave. She turned to me, told me life was not too easy unless you can let go. Reveal to me the beauty of your soul.
Greetings, my broham and sistar astronauts. Are you ready to launch to inner space? Yanavai here, speaking with another amazing product, Dream Leaf. Dream Leaf is a highly effective lucid dreaming supplement that creates the right neural environment for lucid dreaming to occur. It increases dream recall, dream vividness, and promotes high-level lucid dreams. It is composed of a red pill and a blue pill. Each pill plays an important role in the process of successful lucid dream induction. Dream Leaf targets and lengthens your natural REM cycle because this is the stage of sleep when lucid dreaming occurs. The two parts of this supplement are composed of natural herbs that strengthen the mind. The blue pill and the red pill contain 5 of the most effective lucid dream herbs. The blue pill promotes restful deep sleep, causes REM rebound effect, and elevates dream creativity. The red pill promotes lucid dreams, improves memory, dream recall, and increases dream control. I highly support this product. My ongoing experience with Dream Leaf is absolutely beyond this world.
Welcome back to Center of Light. I got my Dream Leaf. It's like $25 a month. If you like far out mystical experiences, connecting with your deceased loved ones, angelic experiences, remembering what it's like to be in that essence. And I'm going to address something my beautiful friend Sana, I think it's Sana's, a question she put, no, something she said. If you got to spare $25 a month, try it one time. It doesn't work. You lost 25 bucks. Doesn't mean shit. You have the experiences I have on this. It's all herbs. There's nothing in it. Do the research, blah, 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 blah. In fact, I'm going to have Connor Southworth, hopefully his brother as well, Alex, on Center of Light Radio. That's going to happen, I believe, in March. I want to show this splash banner again. It's important. Look at it, please. Take it. Don't look at it. That's kind of a conundrum for what you're going to see. Tonight's presentation is called The Windows to the Soul. It's the eyes. Notice all the colors in the eyes. That's why I selected this image particularly. Because everything is in the eyes. You look at this divine man right here. It's all in the eyes. They're truly the windows to the soul. That's why when someone you're arguing with, getting at it, chewing the rag, upset, and you're griping at each other, and you don't look, and they say, look at me. Look at me. Me. I'm in here. Look at me. When you look at someone, any of their body parts, you're not looking at them per se until you look them in the eyes. Then you're looking at them. And they're looking back at you. And sometimes it gets a little uncomfortable and squirrely. And people start fidgeting and turning away. That says a lot. What is it you're not wanting to reveal as you're being gazed upon by my soul, who has no issue whatsoever in taking you in? Eye movement, body movement, what they say, what they don't say. I don't mean this facetious as if you're trying to dissect someone you care about and judge them and pull them up, rip them apart. But it is a very convenient tool when you want to engage with someone you love, so you don't rip them and tear them apart, because you can see what would rip them and tear them apart. But sometimes tough love has to step up and say, I love you. If you feel where I'm coming from, my soul, because I love you. Sometimes, you know, when you want to save someone's life who's drowning, what do? You think you massage their hair? You do something considered violent. You push on their chest with force. What about when you want to save one of your friends' lives because they're doing something stupid in a nightclub, and because you love your friend, you slap them across their face and say, dude, wake up. That's love as well. You have to check from where you're launching your missile or your light. Are you launching a ballistic missile? Or you're launching the light? But my dear friend, who I've been knowing recently, Sana, Please, Sana, if you would, send me an exclamation point that I pronounce your name correctly. If it's Sana, exclamation point. If it's not, give me a question mark with the phonetic spelling. I love saying people's names correctly. It's respect. I did say tonight that for the last couple of days I've been hearing Keith up the teachings, as if I've been holding something. I don't know what that means. I think it means, Keith, get out the way, let come through what wants to come through. And it's happening. Everyone here tonight is experiencing it, and I'm grateful. I'm humbled. I want to learn. Hi, Anna Cummins Fairchild. Will, hi. Tonya Beckwith. Hello, precious. Good to see you. She posed the statement, and I'm going to tell you right now, she vesseled this. She channeled this for even me. And this is what she said. Tonight's presentation is called The Windows to the Soul, which is the eyes. Sana, I want to see if she said, I said it right. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Tanya sounds like Tanya. Oh, thank you, darling. She said, it's like, Keith, get down to it already, please. Tonight's presentation is Windows to the Soul. But what she spoke came directly from the soul. I did say earlier, Spirit did say, we're going to up the teachings. And this is one of them. She says simply, I love this space. I am learning. Why is she loving that space? Because it's fun. It's cool. It's the trend. She says, I love this space. She didn't say place. She didn't insinuate somewhere else. She loves, keyword loves, this space. One moment. I hope to God it is on this. One moment. It's not. She says, I love this space. I'm going to look one more time. It's deserving. It's not. She says, I love this space. What is this space that you love? I'm posing that to myself. What is this space that Sana loves? Exactly, Unson. She is in her soul. With her soul. Right now, she is the essence of what she is. The teachings have been upped. You just experience, she said, I love this space I am in. I'm learning. No, you're not learning, sweetheart. The space you are in, you are expanding. And you're not learning. You are teaching. I am the effect of your cause. It's moving me to tears because I'm so happy you brought this up, because this is the kind of talk I would do with my mentor years ago, who I miss so much, my teacher. Kind of more like one of your deities, like, this person is, oh my God. It reminds me of the talk and the banter and the vernacular we used to use. Dude, there's such a great space that I was in. And And you didn't just use the words. I felt you. I love this space I'm in. Well, of course you love it, because the space you're in is your soul, which is love itself. And you never want to leave. So you're not learning. I would say it's more you're remembering and experiencing and letting happen kind of thing. God, I wish I was you in this moment. That's fucking beautiful. Unson, you got it as well. You the one, everyone's getting it. But I love the fact that Unson got it so much so she couldn't wait to get her fingers and start typing it. Yes, she is in her soul essence. There's nothing else. There is nothing else. Tanya Beckwith says she's transforming. Transform, baby. Do your thing. Let go. Bring yourself. And I bet if you ask Sana right now, she would say 10 exclamation points. It feels like an orgasm. In that transformation, the more you fall into the experience, not I'm trying to fall, don't try to fall. And try to fall implies that there's holding on as to why you need to let go to fall. That's not what you do. Fall. Falling into an orgasm. Falling into a climax, into a zenith. A pivotal experience. An explosion. What happens in an orgasm? What happens in an epiphany? A realization. It's this... When you fall into that place, that's when you're living in the gate. Now, your job is to be able, and if I'm your excuse to follow my presentations for you to fall into there, then so be it. Join me, hang out with me. I love your company. But you don't require anything except a picture of your deceased grandmother. Wow, is that not soul business? Or a picture of your brand new born child. Wow, is that not soul business? Or a new job you just got. And you deserve it and you know it. And you massage yourself. You massage your fucking ego. Because it deserves it. Your monkey mind will never shut up until you give it what it wants. Tell it congratulations. Go sit over there for a little while. So spirit, the adult, can do its thing until you want to come out and play again. I'll let you play again. But you're going to do things accordingly that not only brings about your gratification, but the soul and everyone around you as well. Then you can come out and play. Everyone wins. Shake hands deal. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yes, she feels free, Tanya. Hey, David. He says, Keith, you're amazing. Takes one to know one. That's exactly what we're talking about. All right, y'all. I'm going to take one more short pause. I'm going to play one more song. If you have anything you want to ask, I'll get to it. I'm going to go to the restroom. As I said, when I go to the restroom, Spirit comes in and gives me information. I don't know why it sounds crazy, but believe it or not, it is common knowledge in India. Restroom breaks is when God talks. Or at least when we can hear. Chew on that. Enjoy Lavender Soul. I'm going to be right back. I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm going to find something. But I do know I love you. How about some... Let's pick up the energy. Something right cool. Melanie.
Till you walk by, something happened inside. till you are mine. You know I never knew love. What did I dream of? Till you are mine. Till you are mine. Till you are mine. Till you are mine. Till you are mine.
Thank you for joining me tonight. Keith Anthony Blanchard here, Center of Light, Windows to the Soul. Spirit's going to speak shortly. Until then, I want to share with you, for those who stuck around, something that I said transpired today. I got a phone call, a group text message from my dear Hindi friend, Anjana, my dear sister in light. Oh my God, I just love her and her family, who introduced me to Swamiji. So myself, T.M. Garrett, who I'm going to interview on Center of Light Radio, Tuesday night, 9 o'clock. A white supremacist. He was the leader of a group. Hateful son of a bitch. Tattoos of hate all over him. He woke up one morning and said, this is killing me. Changed his life. And he's creating a very big noise around the country, around the world. My dear friend. Anjana, and another beautiful friend of mine, Mona Winfrey, we got together to create this event that's going to transpire probably second week in September. The working title, we can't give too much information away. The working title we have now for it is the Us Peace Festival kind of thing. The Us, which means U.S. as in USA. United States, not only United States of America, United State, being in United State. The Us Peace Festival. It's not about religion. It's going to be an event of celebratory. Celebrating. Everyone together. Selling your food, selling your clothing. Cultural music on stage of your particular culture. It's not about the religion. That's the thing. That's the noise. That's what gets in the way of the soul. Religion is that which tells the story of the soul, consciousness, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Sai Baba, Swamiji. So we had a meeting today about Swamiji coming back to Memphis. And I suggest support, and I'm actually inviting you. I have the power of my friend Anjana, who is Swamiji, God's secretary, if you will, associate, attendant. You're invited. Imagine what it would be like to have your chosen deity walk in front of you. You may say, well, Keith, that's not my chosen deity. What I am explaining, sharing with you is, it is your chosen deity. It's all the same energy. It's the divine energy. Coming to Memphis. And we're going to put this event together. And we're going to begin in Memphis. Memphis was selected because of the melting pot that lives here. And because of the trouble. That's why. Come to Memphis. Get in your vehicle. Stay in touch with me. You'll see it everywhere. You'll see it in my presentations. Get in your car. Get on a plane. Fly to Memphis. It is life-changing. Not that you're broken. It is life-changing simply because it's life-changing regardless of where you are. After our meeting of creating a format, maybe using the Levitt shell, something on a Sunday that has a fest. In fact, it's a festival. Not that we want to teach you about our religion and say, oh, we get the commonalities. This is about just celebrating humanity. So after it was over, Anjana decides she's going to call India to talk to one moment, to talk to Swamji. And in India, when she called, it was 7 in the morning. And Swamji is in prayer and meditation and chanting all night long. Take this in. This is going to be the red pill or the blue pill. And it's up to you. You can wake up in your bed and believe what you want to believe. Take the red pill. I'll show you how far the rabbit hole actually goes. So she calls Swamji, who's in meditation. This man does not sleep. How can divine consciousness sleep? Simply, I ask you. Divine consciousness does not sleep. All night long when he would stay at her house, she would hear him in mantra, staying in the gate. He is it. He is the light, and he's holding it down. So now that I gave you a description, that's kind of sullies the preciousness and the sacredness of Swamji. She calls him and he answers the phone. She goes, he may not answer. And he answers the phone. And all 4 of us are hovering around the phone. He says, I'm glad to be with you, speak with you. Whatever he said. And automatically I go into, like Sana said, mode. I'm loving this space. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm elated. I'm falling. I'm scared. I'm happy. I'm joyful. And we all had our turn to talk to him. He's coming to Memphis. You do want to experience how grace walks and talks, acts and behaves. It's life-changing. And it costs you nothing but your time, which doesn't exist in the first place. Right? Yanava, it has begun. What is Yanava? I think one of the next presentations I'm going to be doing is going to be titled Yanava. Why? This is not about Keith. It's about the transformation and the information, that which is in formation, but also to help you formalize a new idea. We're going to up the teaching, as Keith has said earlier tonight, with all delight, spirit, power, and might. Oh boy, with joy. Here you find yourselves again, 26,000-ish years later, remembering the same old riddle. You have been fiddling around far too long, have you not? Shit or get off the pot, if you will. Still, you find yourself in this very spot. And if you're lucky, if you do the work with the right intentions as Sana, you will find yourself in the space. That's where you will find the grace. And suddenly, around your beautiful windows to the soul, your face will illuminate. Don't hesitate. What are you waiting for, dear one? It's simply a shift in perspective. Really, it's a shift in your attitude. Are you living in gratitude? Platitudes, living higher up for that which means everything versus those things that mean nothing at all but for quick thrills. That's okay. You deserve those little moments of your vacation time. But the holiday you truly seek, that you never want to go back there to, if you can always stay, exist in your divine play. The script that you are writing is the one you are exciting? Is it igniting your fire, dear one? Or is it throwing you further into being a fear one? Are you a clear one? A sincere one? Is everything basically appearing as you like it? Or do you want to strike it down? Stomp it in the ground? Remember, you are the soul, you are the one, the only one, that is projecting what you see onto the screen. Not see, but do you know what I mean? And for evergreen, everything you think will be of either fragrant or stink. Don't blink. You might miss it. Are you? And so we're going to up the game. Dear one, you are being warned. There is no more blame. It's solely, spell it how you like, upon you. It is the torch you share, or it will be the cross you bear. Wow! Oh my God. We're upping the game. No more blame. No more shame. It is the torch you share or the cross you bear. Simply, 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 simply. It is your choice. No matter your voice, how much you want to bitch, moan, and complain, effort, struggle, or strain, will be the cause, because of your pain.
Remember that all things are possible. You must choose to be accountable, responsible, enough to believe, and open your heart to receive.
Above and look at your life, and you see the life you live, and you'll be surprised that it all turned out this way and not the way you planned. It's about what you know and what you understand. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Learn to follow that inner voice inside. That's the one that's telling time for you to plan out your life. Seeing what you do by your own design. It's all up to you to make it what you can. It's of your own free will. What don't you understand? Choice, life's a choice. It's your choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's your choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's your choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's your choice. Make a choice.
Woo! Thank you for joining me. That was intense for me, even. That one phrase, that nugget, I'm writing it down. I asked you to bring a pencil and paper aboard this craft, this mothership to freedom. And I think everyone, what do I think? It doesn't matter. I know this guy that is my new mantra. Wow. It's either the torch you share or the cross you bear. That so hit me directly in my in my soul. That's exactly what happened to me when I was on Sathya Sai Baba's ashram. And he touched my prayer bead and I saw the universe. That was exactly it. That feeling. What you experienced in me, you felt because it resonated you. I was just a tuning fork that started the vibration and you felt it. Actually, that's not the truth of it. The truth of it is everyone showed up here together and we started getting our tuning fork moving and vibrating, and there was a dong that happened. And we all received. That is the truth. Had nothing to do with me. That was amazing. That was worth my hour and a half time together. Other than the fact that we love just hanging out. That's why we always here. And so before I went to vessel mode, I was going to tell you about a presentation I'm going to be doing really soon. It's going to be called Yanava. Why? Many of the return repeat offenders, you freaking offender, repeat people they understand and know what Yanava is. But I want everyone to see the birth of it. Y'all saw Keith, us all, move from this place to where we are now. I want you to see where this started with my interview with Swamiji, when he tapped me on my spine and illuminated my Kundalini fire. And when I asked him what does Yanava mean, and he was sort of surprised, like, how do you know this? And proceeded to tell me what it means, which is Yanava, as we've been doing, we've been doing. Heart, will, God. Ya, heart, Ya. John, Ya. Ah, God. Amen. Yana. Krishna, Buddha, Paramahansa Yogananda, Jesus Christ Sananda. Ah, the Son of God. Someone tells you a joke. Ah, I get the joke. Ah, that means enlightenment. I get the joke. Ah, God, enlightenment. How this all started for us, in all its meaning, in all its deliciousness, coming from I'm such a blessed man. We're such blessed people. I'm looking for the right picture. God itself. I don't know if Sana is still here, but I found the picture I was desperately looking for. You said, I love this space. Is what you said. I love this space. The picture I was so desperately looking for must have been hiding. Energy can do that. It can hide from you. You look for your keys everywhere and you can't find it. And you swear to yourself, I looked here, and someone else found it in your shoe. And you looked in your shoe because it's your favorite shoe to hide your keys. Sana said, I love this space. Let me show you the space she's referring to, which is the soul. She said, I love this space. Unsun echoed it by saying, she's in her soul. God is the soul of every individual. It's one soul, but it fragments itself onto this earth plane so we can understand, learn, and love each other. So we can become this beautiful explosion of everlasting divine light and humanity's diversity. There is nothing, listen to me. There is nothing more precious in this universe than the unification of humanity. Nothing. In fact, the entire existence and the shift in the direction of the universe depends on it. Take that in, warrior of light. Either the torch you will share or the cross you will bear. My name is Keith Blanchard. I am your cosmic brother who loves you a lot. Lavender Soul going into the studio doing a new album. And I will share tidbits with you as it develops. I won't wait till the entire album's done. I'm not such a mean bastard after all. I love you. Center of Light Radio Wednesday night. My guest is going to be... I'm looking for it. Hang on tight. I'm looking for it. Lisa Campion, and she cuts off my music. Lisa, why would you do that? We're going to up the teachings. Spread the message. Spread the word. Share this to you all. Let people see what you're about. What you stand up, literally. Get off of your chair and declare what you and your life is about. As I said earlier in this presentation, I cannot stop if I wanted thinking about higher consciousness. Unifying consciously with that which allows me to just simply sit here. What else is there? What other gig in town? There isn't. Because in that magical place, from my friend Sana, in that magical space, is everything you can possibly imagine. And she will tell you when she was in that delicious moment, she required nothing. She wanted nothing except to be longer. In that space. God bless you. I love you.